Abba YAHUAH, thank you for bringing us together today to spread these messages that you have given to us. Let it be pleasing to you, and let only the words of the Ruach come out of our mouths. We thank you for all that you do. Bahashem Yahusha HaMashiach Tuda Rabba YAHUAH. All right, the message I have for today will be lessons for daily life. And I am going to read from Mahasham, or Proverbs, chapter 6. And it is written, "My child, if you have put up security for a friend's debt, or agreed to guarantee the debt of a stranger, if you have trapped yourself by your agreement and are caught by what you said, follow my advice and save yourself, for you have placed yourself at your friend's mercy. Now swallow your pride. Go and beg to have your name erased. Do not put it off, do it now, and do not rest until you do. Save yourself like a gazelle escaping from a hunter, and like a bird fleeing from a net. Take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones. Learn from their ways and become wise." So be careful what you're agreeing to, guys. Don't just say you're going to do something and don't do it. Take a lesson from the ants. "Though they have no prince or governor or ruler to make them work, they labor hard all summer, gathering food for the winter. But you, lazy bones, how long will you sleep? And when will you wake up? A little extra sleep, a little more slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. Then poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. Scarcity will attack you like an armed robber." So if you're trying to sleep rather than work, you're kind of making a mistake there. Don't be lazy. Just get out and do it. "What are worthless and wicked people like? They are constant liars, signaling their deceit with a wink of the eye, a nudge of the foot, or a wiggle of the fingers. Their perverted hearts plot evil, and they constantly stir up trouble. But they will be destroyed suddenly." That's important. They will be destroyed suddenly, broken in an instant beyond all hope of healing. "There are 6 things YAHUAH hates. No, 7 things YAHUAH detests: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that kill the innocent, a heart that plots evil, feet that race to do wrong, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who sows discord in a family." So if you're out here trying to break up people's families, or you're out here being a false witness or plotting evil or running around racing to do wrong, killing innocent people or telling lies, repent to YAHUAH through Yahusha today. "My son, obey your father's commands, and do not neglect your mother's instruction. Keep their words always in your heart. Tie them around your neck. When you walk, their counsel will lead you. When you sleep, they will protect you. When you wake up, they will advise you." So, this is the commandment about, respecting your parents. Listen to them. "For the commandment is a lamp, and the instruction, or the law, is a light, and the corrective discipline is the way to life." Corrective discipline is the way to life. We need to be corrected when we're wrong. "It will keep you from the immoral woman, from the smooth tongue of a promiscuous woman. Do not lust for her beauty. Do not let her coy glances seduce you. For a prostitute will bring you to poverty, but sleeping with another man's wife will cost you your life." I'm going to read that line again. "For a prostitute will bring you to poverty, but sleeping with another man's wife will cost you your life. Don't you dare touch another man's wife. And if you are, you better stop right now. I ask you this. Can a man scoop a flame into his lap and not have his clothes catch on fire? Can he walk on hot coals and not blister his feet? So it is with the man who sleeps with another man's wife. He who embraces her will not go unpunished. You see, if you're messing around with another man's wife, you're playing with fire and you're going to get burned. You're walking on hot coals and your feet are going to blister. You will not go unpunished. Excuses might be found for a thief who steals because he is starving. But if he is caught, he must pay back 7 times what he stole, even if he has to sell everything in his house. But the man who commits adultery is an utter fool. You see, if you're committing adultery, you are an utter fool, and you destroy yourself. For he will be wounded and shamed. His shame will never be erased. You might think you're winning. You might think you're getting away with it. But you're not winning, and you're not getting away with it. There will come a day, and you will stand before the throne, and you will have to answer for it. For the woman's jealous husband will be furious, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will accept no compensation, nor be satisfied with a payoff of any size. All right. And now we're going to briefly talk about divorce. We'll be using YAHUAH, or Matthew, chapter 19. When Yahushua had finished saying these things, he left Galilee and went down to the region of Yehudah, east of the Jordan River. Large crowds followed him there, and Yahushua healed their sick. Some Pharisees came and tried to trap Yahushua with this question: should a man be allowed to divorce his wife for just any reason? And Yahushua replied, have you not read the scriptures? They record that from the beginning YAHUAH made them male and female. And Yahushua said, this explains why a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife, and 2 are united into 1. Since they are no longer 2, but 1, let no one split apart what YAHUAH has joined together. That's very important. Since they are no longer 2, but 1, let no one split apart what YAHUAH has joined together. No one. Not man, not a woman, not a court system. No one. You cannot split up what YAHUAH is brought together. That is why marriage is forever. Then why did Moshe say in the law that a man could give his wife a written notice of divorce and send her away? They asked. And Yahushua replied, Moshe permitted divorce only as a concession to your hard hearts, but it was not what YAHUAH had originally intended. And I tell you this, whoever divorces his wife and marries someone else commits adultery unless his wife has been unfaithful. Those are the only ways out of a marriage. If your wife or your husband is committing adultery, or quite simply if they're dead. Then Yahushua's Talmudim, or disciples, then said to him, if this is the case, it is better not to marry. And Yahushua said, not everyone can accept this statement, only those whom YAHUAH helps. And this whole message about divorce is echoed in Mark, chapter 10. Then Yahushua left Capernaum and went down to the region of Yehudah, the area east of the Jordan River. Once again, crowds gathered around him, and as usual, Yahushua was teaching them. Some Pharisees came and tried to trap Yahushua with this question: should a man be allowed to divorce his wife? Then Yahushua answered them with a question: what did Moshe say in the law about divorce? And they said, well, Musha permitted it. Musha said a man can give his wife a written notice of divorce and send her away. But Yahushua responded, Musha wrote this command only as a concession to your hard hearts. You see, it was their hard hearts that he allowed it. It wasn't because Yahuwah said so. But Yahuwah made them male and female from the beginning of creation. This explains why a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife, and the two are united into one, since they are no longer two, but one. Let no one split apart what Yahuwah has joined together. No one. Later, when Yahushua was alone with his Talmudim, or disciples, in the house, they brought up the subject again, and Yahushua told them, whoever divorces his wife and marries someone else commits adultery against her. And if a woman divorces her husband and marries someone else, she commits adultery. So don't be out here committing adultery. Don't be foolish and mess around with another man's wife. Do not make agreements that you don't intend to stick to. And if you've done these things, repent to Yahuwah through Yahusha today. Bahashem Yahusha HaMashiach.
Rabbi YAHUAH. This is awesome. This is awesome. You see, a lot of people don't understand this important in the life of everyday living. This is the commandment of YAHUAH that our brother Robert, Yahuwah Kadah just, talked about. This is the 8th commandment. Sleeping with somebody's ex-wife is dangerous. You would think you want to have a pleasure of the moment. You want to enjoy just a little bit pleasure. Oh, the woman just enjoy. Immediately you finish that enjoyment, you have started your downfall. You start your down. You start going down. You will be going down. There's nothing that can save you from sleeping with somebody's ex-wife, because you have destroyed a union that YAHUAH has already put in place in this Arat. This is the reason why Yasaf, which they call Joseph, when Potiphar's wife want to force herself on him, he have to run for his life, because he knows that when he gives in to that temptation, his life is over. And he ran away, and the wife put allegation on his head. At the end of the day, because he obeyed YAHUAH's law that sleeping with somebody's ex-wife is dangerous, YAHUAH promoted him even be above the man, which is Potiphar, that put him in the prison. YAHUAH promoted him above them all. Told Rabbi YAHUAH Sabaoth, it pays to follow and do the will of YAHUAH. Don't destroy your life by looking at even by looking at somebody's ex-wife. You have already committed the evil. Not to talk of going to do it directly, because everything starts from the heart. That's the 10th commandment. He said you must not covet your neighbor's wife. When you covet your neighbor's wife, immediately you will start planning in your heart what to do next, how you can lure her. You are luring your downfall. You are digging your own grave when you start to think in that direction. Live a righteous life from this day by focusing on the right things of life. Stop doing things that will destroy you. Rather, do things that will build you up. And how can you be built up? It's through the Daba. The Daba is what it translates to word. It's through the Daba of YAHUAH, through the word of YAHUAH. That's what can build you. Nothing else. Nothing else. If not, you will just be living a vain life. Life that does not have any meaning. That's what you will be living. You think you have money, but can your money really save you? No. Your money can't save you. Never. To the Rabbi YAHUAH.
The 2 greatest commandments is love Yahuwah with all your heart, all your mind, and all your strength, right? And that is by obeying his word. That's how we know that we love him. And love your neighbor as yourself. Would you do that to yourself? Would you like your neighbor to do that to you? No, none of us would. So, coming under those 2 commandments, they're the 2 greatest commandments. That's what we have to be doing.